Hello everyone, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the new remix compilation album thing from PhaseOne and Disciple Records, Transcendency Remixes. Here we go, the remixes for one of the biggest albums that came out in bass music last year, a long-awaited project since the original LP came out. Almost exactly a year between the two as well, which is cool. Must admit, I wasn't massive on a lot of the ideas in that LP, considering stuff he's put out before, but I can't deny that for its genre variety, the production levels, the general flow of it, it was pretty impressive. What I'm going to do here though is go through all 14 remixes in order, give a brief summary of each one, say what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy, and try to keep it as concise as I can, and play a couple of clips along the way, so let's do it. And first up we have the Upbeats remix of Mayday, a solid, gritty D&B number, very efficient, does a job, just cracks on. Not particularly showy with its ideas, but very effective in what it wants to do, what it's trying to do. I like how the second drop is a little bit more full-on than the first and just shows the first drop in a new light, if you will. Quite simplistic tune structurally, but that would have to be the beauty of it for me. It's over quite quickly, but the time we get with it, it shows enough of what it's about, I think. A really nice introduction with the vocal as well, so yeah, a decent opening here. Yeah, I mean, just solid. Next up, the Dirty Phonics remix of Breakin, a very Dirty Phonics sounding song. Not amazing ideas or that varied, but very loud, and a lot of great percussion on show, I would have to say. That snare is fucking decent. Some of those sinewy sounds that I think are quite classic for them as well are fantastic, and a couple of break moments here in the drops that really work for it. Bits of contrast here and there as well. I wouldn't go further, but I think that'll be enough for most people, you know. I'm not big on it myself, but I think a lot of people will love it. It's a good snare. After that, we have the Code Pandorum remix of We Are the Free. Drops don't do a lot here, ideas-wise, originally. Talking about the first drop here, not that adventurous for him, especially considering the gnarliness of the original. I think he could have gone a bit deeper, a bit darker with that, but it has a particular weight and presence to it that has quite an enduring feel throughout the whole song, and the second drop is a pretty great switch up as well, you know, more full on, more going on overall there. Builds are really well done as well, so I think, yeah, all in all, not that bad. Yeah, I mean, that scattergun approach, classic for him. Then we have the Barely Alive remix of Ultima, which sounds like them in parts, some good flickers here and there, but overall it's such an uncharacteristic approach from them, I think, production-wise. You'd think they wouldn't go for the distorted percussion approach of any dubstep producer, but here we are. The introduction, I think, again, also is quite messy for them. And it's just very straightforward, it's simplistic, insubstantial, and unimpressive, in my opinion. The first build is one of the best I've heard in quite a while, but yeah, overall, not a lot going for it, in my opinion. Oh, so well done. Moving on, the Subhuman remix of Ultima. Some really nice moments here, but it seems quite held back at the same time. Large parts of the dubstep I just can't get on board with production-wise, I have to say. Just got a weird empty feeling that I can't quite put my finger on. I'm not sure if it needs more sounds in there, or that what is there just needs to be beefed up and refined a bit more. I'm just not sure. Also reminded me of what I dislike about the vocal, yeah. One that I've never really clicked with, but yeah, again, another here that I'm just not that big on overall, I have to say. Following on from there, the more Kismet remix of Crash and Burn, perhaps the most interesting here, considering the original, how full-blown and large it is, and how cute and kind of quaint more Kismet style can be. And it does make for an interesting combination, I can't lie. A bit of a difference though between the first and second drops here for me. The first seems a bit stuck in itself, like it wants to express something more and can't quite do it. Second though is really good, you know, very sure of itself and confident, like the first one, but a bit more unleashed, if you will. I like also how you can hear hints of his design throughout, you know, introduction, builds, midsection, all of that, just little flickers and moments here and there. Really, really nice. So yeah, another pretty good one here overall. Yeah, I mean, fucking good. Next up, Bad Clark remix of Crash and Burn, which for me is the one here that sounds too similar to the original. The drops I find overbearing and too much. A bad snare in there as well at various points in the tune. Just been a while since I really felt something from him. Yeah, on reflection. So, yeah, again, not massive on this tune. After that, remix of Insanity by Chios. Just some classically shiny, well-cut RIDDIM here. Making the most everyday or usual or simple idea sound so sick yet again. Love the way that a lot of it kind of glides and swims along very effortlessly. The punch of his music, next level, and it's just solid, chunky, and, you know, expected at this point. Yeah, a good track. Then another remix of Insanity by G-Rex. Yeah, we have another here that I just can't quite get into. Again, feels a bit stuck in itself, like it could do more. Second drop is a bit better, more evil, a bit more character behind it, but has a weird enclosed feeling for the whole thing. And yeah, for me, just needs a bit of freshening up on the production as well. So yeah, another I'm not that big on. Moving on, Tainan remix of Digital. One that I really enjoyed on my first listen of it, but over more times of listening to it, I've kind of realised its drawbacks. Got punch, quite a bit of punch to be fair, but the ideas just aren't really engaging me. Has its moments and sparks here and there, but it's not rounded and complete in feel, talking about the heaviness in particular, which for me would have to be classic Tainan, yeah, I have to say. Following that, we have the PhaseOne remix of Demon Hunter, one where the sheer force of the sound just gets you, I think. A very together tune, emphatic and effective. Not mad ideas, but just so detailed, visceral, and it really cuts deep, which I think you want it to do. And it just does the right things over its course. I don't think there's a point here where I'm recoiling from it or kind of, you know, wishing it would do something else. It's pretty spot on front to back. I'm embracing all of it at the moment, you know, one of my favourites here for sure. Nice also to know how you pronounce it, for sure, for good. PhaseOne, so yeah, all round, pretty good. Then another remix of Demon Hunter by Hydraulics. I just do not get the heaviness here at all, you know, it's quite weird and uncomfortable. The mixing I find a bit odd as well. Just a really strange mix of sounds, and it seems quite unsure of itself, like it doesn't quite know what to do. And yeah, just as a whole, sound and concept doesn't feel quite right. A really nice intro and opening build as well, though, I would have to say. But beyond that, yeah, again, just not a lot going for it for me. Penultimately, the Midnight Tyrannosaurus remix of Headstone. It's that classic stodgy, muddy Midnight Tea sound, which personally I can't quite get on board with and can't appreciate. Some nice quick-fire moments in there, pretty engaging with more going on, and yeah, just a bit more forthright in its delivery, but mostly just that distorted, overblown, crunchy kind of sound, which, yeah, as I said, can't quite get on board with. So yeah, not big on this one, I have to say. And finally, the remix of Lost by Oliverse. I was really looking forward to this one, considering the vocal from the original and what he could do with it, and I think it delivered, you know, a really nice purpose and flow to the drops, in my opinion. a different percussive layout for him than usual, which I think is really welcomed as well. And you can just feel the flavour, I think, you know, so well done for what it's trying to do, what it goes for, and the builds I think are really effective as well. So overall, I think quite accomplished and a nice way to finish the compilation. So yeah, decent album, not many ideas here wowing me, but definitely better than I thought it would be. A good variety in terms of genres, a good amount of tracks as well. I think it could have been way fewer, so the amount we get here is very good, very on point, and nice to get every original here, barring the interlude and outro from the original LP, remixed as well. I love it when compilations do that. None of them missed out on here. A cheeky VIP from PhaseOne would have been nice as well, as a little extra at the end maybe. And you know, we might be getting that from him at some point, who knows. But importantly, I think this compilation makes me want to listen to the original album again for all those little moments, you know, samples, vocals and more. So yeah, overall, decent album, just excited to hear now what you guys made of it yourselves. In terms of my favourites here though, they would have to come from Oliver's, Phaseone and Chios. But there we have it, my thoughts and opinions on the new remix compilation from PhaseOne. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. What did you make of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are your favourites from the 14? Let me know all of your views, thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell along the way so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video to the channel. My social media accounts are linked in the description box down below, and if you want to find some other compilation album reviews on the channel, I will link them right here. And lastly, if it's naughty, then you know guys, so be sure as always to keep it naughty and stay safe, and I shall see all of you legends in the next one. PhaseOne Transcendency Remixes review. Peace out.